Welcome to another episode of Frozen Oil. I'm Rich.
I'm Wayne.
And the Edmonton Oilers have defeated the Vancouver Canucks in Game 7 of Round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oh my God, buddy. Wow. I'm so pumped. It feels like there's 1,000 pounds taken off my back. I'm sure all the Oilers faithful out there feel the same way. Just feels great. We were celebrating yesterday. We didn't have enough time to do a video after, but we're bringing it to you today as promised. And how you feeling today, Wayner?
I feel great. What a night. Felt even better this morning when I woke up. It was great. Got my beard done today too. Shout out to Shadified.
Shout out Shadified. And yeah, like I said, just the pressure, especially in the last 5 minutes, they needed to close it out. We've been there before. And you know what? Like I've been saying from when this whole thing started here on YouTube, I got a special feeling about the Oil this year. And we bent in that third period, but we did not break.
Absolutely not. No. And you know what? Hey, let's before we get into the Oilers and how good they are, let's shout out the Vancouver Canucks as well. They did fantastic. There was way more than expected from them by anybody's measure. They played great. They played us great this series. Shout out to Talkin and his staff. You guys have got a bright future ahead of you. But it's the Oilers' time now. So be patient.
Yeah, unbelievable battle. Couldn't ask for anything more. Game 7. You got to get to that Game 7. So both teams obviously played unbelievable. So I just want to address the Oilers faithful out there. How classy we have been throughout this entire thing. We've been down in this series, playing catch up most of the time, and as usual and as expected, I mean, we felt the pain for so many years. You know how to act. We acted with class as usual.
We acted like we've been there before,
and it's never over till it's over. We were down 3-2, buddy. We had to battle back
100% in dominant fashion, I might add.
Must-win situation, 2 games in a row. We battle back, and we come back and take the series 4-3 in Game 7. There's a lot of trash out there, hey? A lot of trash talking.
Hey, thankfully it wasn't the majority of Canucks fans. It was just a select few, but they were definitely being loud, talking a little smack. And you know what? Hey, we said we were just gonna wait. We were gonna wait to address it.
So there was a lot of stuff circling around online. But in particular, there was a really big one that struck a nerve with everyone I know.
Yeah.
And
are we addressing that now?
We're going to kind of address it. You know, like I said, it's never over till it's over. But, I mean, that one video, everybody knows which video I'm talking about. I think some people said one of the main reasons they wanted the Oilers to win was to specifically address this video.
Absolutely.
And
we're not going to let you down. Of course we're going to address it. They're not getting away with it.
Now that the Oilers have defeated the Vancouver Canucks, it's like, what do you got to say about that video?
What I got to say, first of all, is next time stay in school, kid. Don't be calling out Oiler fans. Don't be calling out the Oilers. Act like you've been there before. You obviously haven't. So hopefully this is a lesson learned. And,
you know, it would be very easy to, you know, mention our 5 Stanley Cups that we already got, you know, right? It's very easy to just say that.
Absolutely,
I mean,
fits on one hand.
At this pace, Vancouver has been around for 50 years with 0. So, I mean, even if you were to win the Cup this year, it would, at this pace, it would take you another 200 years to catch up to us. So, at the end of the day, I wanted to specifically not focus too much on the bad stuff and focus on the positive stuff. Overall, from both sides, you know what, there wasn't too many, you know, out of the ordinary things. Yeah, there might have been a minor scuffle here and there, but I mean, that can happen at a bar on Saturday night.
Did they destroy their city this time? Or
No.
Still intact?
As far as I know, the city was intact.
Okay, good.
But it wasn't just that one person. There was another person in that same video that called out our guy, our captain, and basically used a derogatory remark to him.
You don't wait.
How can you do that? How can you talk about the greatest hockey player, in my opinion,
you do
that way?
You do that when you don't know. And that's basically these guys. They don't know. They just don't know. They haven't been there before. Like I said, hopefully they use this as a lesson. This is meant to teach.
We did post a video prior to Game 7. Basically,
the preview.
Guaranteeing a win.
We did.
And like you said, we're not afraid to make bold predictions on this channel. And we made a huge prediction. So check that video out if you haven't. It has a little bit to do with this guy over here. The Terminator.
Nice Terminator.
We're going to get right into the scoring summary for Game 7. Before we get into the first goal by Cody Soucy, let's talk about that huge penalty kill.
Oh, dominant. First of all, hey, McLeod, tough penalty. Cut him, double minor. Penalty kill. Never a doubt. Dominant kill. In fact, we had the better chance there on Brown's breakaway. But huge kill. It was a fantastic start overall. I think by the end of the first period, they had, if I'm not mistaken, there was 13-2 in shots. Like, Vancouver has 2 shots on goal at home. Like, it's a fantastic start by the Oil.
They totally dominated that first period, and it just felt like wave after wave. Even during the penalty kill, like you said, they somehow generated some offense. The penalty kill has been on fire, knock on wood. Hopefully this continues throughout the playoffs. A little bit of we're going to keep this positive, but a little bit disappointed on McLeod taking that penalty. I mean, it can happen to anyone, but the fact that it was him, his name involved again on another negative note, costing the team a 4-minute high sticking penalty. That was unfortunate, but like I said, the boys stood up for him.
He's fighting through it right now. It's fine.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
We got his back.
It happens. So, first period's out of the way. Getting to the second period. Cody Soucy.
Where did he come
Cody Soucy. What was the odds of that?
Yeah, it was a sick
Whoever
shot,
picked Cody Soucy to score the first goal, I mean, you made a lot of money.
I hope you got paid on that.
But Cody Soucy blasts it from the point and makes it a 1-0 game.
Yeah, sick shot by Soucy. Found the corner. Silovs didn't even see it till it was by him. So, great start.
Unbelievable. Then,
first goal? What is that? The first goal in Game 7? The team that goes on to scores first is like 75% or something, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. That was big.
Then, 4 minutes after, shortly after, Evan Bouchard, again, from the point, takes a massive blast. And I guess it touched Zach Hyman before it went in.
Like a lot of Zach Hyman's goals. Yeah, it touched him on the way in. It was fantastic. Bouchard changed the angle on that shot and found a way, like he usually does. Hey, how about Bouchard this playoff series? Like the guy's he's turned from a star to a superstar, I believe. These playoffs, he's gonna get paid probably this offseason. But look, shout out to Bouchard, and excellent job.
Bouchard's been magic. We should be investing in his rookie cards right now. But I will say, one of the greatest noises or sounds in all of professional sports is the puck hitting the post.
Especially when it goes in.
Now,
pinging in.
That goal for me,
yeah,
just the noise.
Yeah.
And the fact that it went in.
Is that your ringtone now?
Oh my God. We'll have to figure out the technology aspect behind doing that. But that noise on that goal, it just was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's better than an Ohtani crack of the bat. Home run. Right?
It's the best noise in sports. Yeah. And the fact that it came off an Oiler goal and went in.
We
Cloud nine. And we're at Cloud 9 at that point.
We're still on Cloud 9. I'm gonna be on Cloud 9 for a week.
We see that we are watching this thing together, and we're saying to ourselves, "This is happening. This is happening." The Oilers are coming out. They're battling, and not only that, they're dominating. So, fast forward, Oilers go on to the power play, and Ryan Nugent Hopkins A shot again off Bouchard. Probably planned that way. Kind of goes behind the boards and ricochets out to him. And he goes and gets that puck. It doesn't waste any time. I've been saying this all series. Just shoot. Just shoot on this goalie. Just shoot. Yeah. And he shoots, gets a power play goal in his hometown. And the Oilers go to a 3-0 lead. Another
one high on Silovs, but hey, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as well. He stepped up big time in this series. So we got to give him some props too. He gets harped on a lot here. The fans are kind of divided on him, but this series, excellent. No one could say a thing about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He was excellent this series. 10 points, I believe, in 7 games.
Longest tenured Oiler. Love
great
Ryan
on the penalty kill as well.
Great penalty killer. Great back checker. And you know what? He really, really outperformed everyone's expectations in this series. And you know what?
He's also up to 4th in scoring now on the playoff leaderboard. We got the top 4 now.
He's playing unbelievable. Hopefully it continues. Moving on to the third period. We are now less than 10 minutes left in the game. And Connor Garland takes a wrist shot. Goes in. It's now 3-1.
Yeah.
How you feeling at this point?
It was tough giveaway by McLeod. He's been fighting it all series. You can't do that in your zone, but hey, it happens. Like I said, thankfully it didn't really come back to bite us at the end, but Connor Garland did what he needed to do. He buried it.
I was going around telling everybody, just calm down. It's not happening this year. Yeah. There's no way it's happening this year. Shades of very painful past dates were coming into our heads, but I said it's not happening this year. It can't happen this year. It's a different year, and you know what? The boys deserve this win. It's not happening.
Did you mean it when you were saying it?
Oh, I meant it.
Did you?
But then, I have to admit, I did get a little nervous because about 3.5 minutes after that, Philip Hronek takes a slap shot from the point and makes it 3-2 with 4.5 minutes left in the game. So as McDavid kind of mentioned in his post-game interview, it started to make it a little nervous again for us. But you know what? I mean, all this nervousness, we're getting used to it. And at the end of the day, you know what? The Oilers battle, they hold on, and they hold on for a 3-2 victory against the Vancouver Canucks. They close out Game 7. The boys bring it home.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Everybody is on cloud 9. So the game ends, and I got to talk about 97.
Again?
Yeah, I got to keep talking about him.
Can't get enough of him.
Because if you look at this celebration, and we're going to play the clip here. If you look at this guy right here, I mean, look at this. Look at this guy. This guy is going nuts. He is leading his team here. After the game, he's victorious. He's roaring like a lion. It's so nice to see. He is the captain of this team, and he is making everybody know, not just on the Oilers, but in the NHL, he is roaring after this game, because he knows how hard it is to get to this next level. The Vancouver Canucks definitely gave us a very difficult battle to get to this point, but the Oilers come through, and McDavid is roaring after, and I just wanted to mention, look at that.
Even when he doesn't put up any points, he's obviously a big factor of the game, and they have to defend him, right, for 20 plus minutes. So absolutely, that's just pure elation, that clip there. It's just pure, like, he wants it.
So going into some post-game notes here, we want to touch on a couple things. Number 1, Stuart Skinner. Skinner's situation. He doesn't play Game 4. He doesn't play Game 5.
Yeah.
They call him back for Game 6. Gets the W. And he gets the start for Game 7. And I gotta say, with the exception of the last few minutes in the third period there, before that, he was attacking pucks. He looked in net, just the way he is. He's a big dude, and his equipment, when he starts moving, he looks like Optimus Prime transforming, and he was attacking the puck. As the puck is coming to him, he's attacking this puck. He's not reacting to the puck. He's attacking the puck, and this
is when Stuart Skinner's at his best. When he's mentally on, which he talked about lots. When he's on mentally, that's a tough goalie to stop. It's when he doubts himself when there's a problem.
So one more thing we wanted to talk about: the fourth line of the Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, excellent! What a game! What a series they played! The addition of Carrick, great. That ends up being a great pickup by us at the deadline there, along with Adam Henrique. But Carrick, he really brought it. That whole fourth line brought it. Hey, they're rarely gonna be noticed on the score sheet, but as far as momentum changing shifts and getting in there down low and then the big hits in the corner and not letting guys pass them, they were fantastic this series. So shout out to the fourth line, especially in a tight series.
In my opinion, because I like to look at things in a macro aspect. It's going to be very difficult in the cap era to assemble a fourth line like this. Okay, Carrick down the middle, and you got Janmark and Connor Brown flanking him. It's not what they're doing so much with the puck. It's away from the puck. It's chasing guys down. It's wreaking havoc. It's hitting.
Yeah.
It's those intangibles again that are so difficult to get out of every single player. And I don't know if you can get a better line than that. It's for a fourth line. That, to me, I've been saying it. I mentioned it in the Game 6 recap when they first put that line together. That line is phenomenal, and I hope that line stays together for the entire... If anybody's listening...
Oh, they will. They're listening.
Keep that fourth line together, because it's not just scoring. It's when that fourth line is on, it's stopping the opposition from scoring too. That makes a big difference. And these guys, they're just hyenas out there. It's crazy. And that's the cool thing about hockey is it's not just watching the goals and the hits. It's watching that determination when you're sent out on the ice and your job and these guys are men. They're not kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are old, wily vets. And when they're saying, get out there, get on the ice and shut these guys down. And it's just amazing to watch their effort level.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, they were in on it all series. And especially when Carrick got added back into that line, that's absolutely, they're keeping that line together. I don't
just imagine if Henrique gets healthy and you add him in to this lineup that we have right now.
Yeah.
One subject we haven't been able to touch on for this entire playoff run so far.
There's something we missed?
There is something. Well, we've talked about it a lot, but we haven't had time to fit it in. And I refuse to move forward with these videos without addressing this gentleman here and another gentleman's kind of together. But we got to talk a little bit about the Oilers coaching staff.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we got to talk about Dr. Martin Brenner from Stranger Things. Shout out Stranger Things fans. We got to talk about Coach Knoblauch.
Yeah, absolutely. Knoblauch's been unbelievable. He's he's pushed the right buttons with this team all series, all playoffs, but this series especially, it showed when he had to make those difficult decisions in goal and switch in and which is the right move to make, and everyone, maybe half the people doubt him. He went in there and made those decisions, and hey, it ended up being the right ones. So he's definitely got the feel for his team and what they need. So huge props. And how about that timeout after the second Vancouver Canucks goal? Like that was I think that was underrated personally. I don't think enough people are talking about that.
Well, I definitely noticed it, and I do want to mention something about him. I mean, this guy comes in. He takes over Jay Woodcroft's position. He's got a miserable record to dig himself out of. Yeah. And when he speaks, he just has that calm, soothing voice.
Yeah, kind of like you, Rich.
No, nothing like me. If it's anyone, it's you. But he just has that he doesn't overreact. It's just that calm, cool steadiness. And sometimes, you know, players gravitate towards that. I mean, this guy's just coming in here and he's saying, you know, yeah, this is where we're at, but this is where we got to get to. And he's gotten them there. Yeah, and that's an amazing accomplishment. Yeah. So shout out to Coach Knoblauch. And we're going to make another little, shine a little light on another gentleman behind the bench. Let's talk about Hall of Famer, Stanley Cup champion, Paul Coffey. Paul Coffey has settled this defense down. They are playing amazing. I'm going to say Desharnais turnaround. I'm going to say...
Is this the best you've seen the Oilers defensively?
In a very, 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 very long time. And it's not just the skill of the players and getting that skill up. It's just the way the entire team is playing together. It's unbelievable.
100%. It's the team defense. We don't really got a true number one stud. Like we have a lot of moving parts, especially on D. But all together,
I love how Paul Coffey just stands behind the bench. He looks like a mafia guy. He's got a Stanley Cup ring on. And he's just so friggin' cool. Standing behind the bench and anybody just to give you that look. And it's just like, again, another figure for the defense especially to look up to and learn from. And I don't know what they're doing exactly, but whatever they're doing, don't change the recipe because...
Keep it up, please.
So shout out to Paul Coffey. So after an Oilers playoff win... one of our favorite parts of this show is the segment Stud of the Night.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are liking that.
So, my Stud of the Night goes to Stuart Skinner.
Yeah.
I mean, to come into Game 7, all eyes on you, pressure's on you, road game, not at home. For him to play so solid and come up with a victory, Stuart Skinner, you got my Stud of the Night. You're the stud. Not that you need it. I love the stash, but you're the stud of the night.
Yeah, he didn't face many shots, but he thanks to our team defense, but he definitely stopped the ones that he needed to. So that's all we need. Rich, my stud of the night's going to be the Nuge. Absolutely, the Nuge. I think he had a hell of a series, like I said earlier, overall, but tonight especially, a goal and an assist. He ends up with the game winner on a quick shot upstairs, and the stuff that goes... you know, sometimes unnoticed, but the huge penalty killing, the tenacity, you know, I think he's fitting great on that top line. I go to Nuge.
And great pick. Speaking of facial hair, I love the Count of Monte Cristo thing that Nuge has going on, by the way. I love it. Nuge, you're the stud of the night for Wayner. So we had a poll going on Frozen Oil. How many games do you think it will take the Edmonton Oilers to eliminate the Vancouver Canucks? So anyone that voted 7 games, congratulations, you got it right. Don't forget to vote for our new poll. How many games do you think it will take the Edmonton Oilers to defeat the Dallas Stars here in round 3? So that's going to wrap up the Game 7 recap. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. We're going to the Western Conference Finals, baby!
Keep it up, boys. We're proud of you, Oil. We're coming for you, Dallas.
And most importantly,
go Oilers, go!